Good Sunday afternoon, everybody. Today is going to be canning day for me. And yes, I do water bath can. I do some pressure cooking, some pressure canning, but I do my beans water bath now. I know people have conflicting views on that. This is what I choose to do for me and my family. You don't have to follow in my footsteps. If you have any reservations about water bath canning beans, don't do it, okay? But for me, like, I just opened this jar, and I made this jar in January of 2022, and they were delicious today. Later I'm going to show you, I made bean and cheese burritos, so I saved half so I can show you how I did that. But in the meantime, I'm going to be working on getting stuff ready for the canning of the beans, okay? All right, so what I've got in here is just one chicken bouillon cube. That one actually might be beef, I'm not sure. I don't know. Pretty sure it was chicken, but it got wet, so yeah, it was chicken. And I've heated up some water in my kettle. And I'm just going to let this soak, because this is going to be the liquid that I use for my beans, okay? Perfect. I'm just going to let that soak for a few minutes, and I will be right back. All right, I'm back here in this pan. Now this is also, some people say that you do no longer, y'all, I can't talk today, that you no longer have to kind of boil these, but that's an area that I don't trust. So I'm just going to boil mine while this is getting ready boiling, and I have some jars in the oven that I'm sterilizing. Now I sterilize my jars at 300 for about 15-20 minutes. Mine are, let me use that one. Mine are ready to come out of the oven. Give me just a second. So I will pull them out and get started. So I've got my jars out. I'm going to let them cool down just a little bit. Well, you know what? No, I'm going to go ahead and start filling them, because this is going to be hot. You want to keep your jars the same temperature as the water that you're using, because you do not want to crack your jars. Anyway, well, that's what I think anyway. I'm by no means a professional at canning. I'm just pretty new to this, just been doing it about a little over a year. But in my mind, that's what I think should happen. So I'm going to go ahead and fill these up and then get them in here. Okay, I totally thought I was recording that whole time. What I'm doing is I sterilized my jars. While the jars are still hot, I'm going to go ahead and get them prepared, because they're going to go in the hot boiling water over here. So I have already washed and rinsed, checked my beans. Check them, you don't want rocks in them. But I've already rinsed them, and now I'm filling them up about halfway for the jars, because you want room for them to grow up and get bigger in the little jars. As they sit on the shelf, they will expand, okay? That's why I'm not cooking them. It's exactly why I'm not cooking them. Because they'll do what they need to do while they're sitting on the shelf. So I'm going to get these filled up, and I'll be right back. All right, and this is about how far I fill them up. And I'm going to put the liquid into about right there. Give enough headspace in there. But before I put the liquid in, I am going to put in just a tablespoon of butter into each jar. Get it to where you can see what I'm doing there. See? Butter. All right. There we go. Perfect. All right, guys. All right, so I'm going to put my liquid in, and typically the gauge that I use on this is when I go just a little bit under the green cup on here, and that kind of is a safe measure for me for the headspace. I'll get these filled up and I'll be right back. All right, so I've got them filled. I've got a little dish full of vinegar that I'm just going to wipe my rims so they don't have anything on them and it can seal properly. And I'm going to go over these twice because I have trust issues. I see a lot of women just kind of do it once real quick, and I have trust issues. I'm not that person, which is weird because I trust my Waterbath canner. But guys, I do it for 3.5 hours. It's not like, I do definitely leave them in the right amount of time. But yeah. Okay, that's good. Now, we are going to get the lids. And you only want to do this finger tight. And finger tight, to me, means the 2 fingers that I use to tighten it, that's as tight as it'll go, not my whole hand. That's what it means to me. I don't know if that's right, but that's just kind of how I look at it. All right, I will get these jarred up and I'll be right back. Now I want to show you guys how I can tell this water is appropriate. The thermometer, oh my gosh, y'all, I'm struggling today. The thermometer is in the green. I don't know, I'm trying to point towards it and I can't get to it. There we go. Right there, it's in the green, so she's good to go. All right. I am just going to take these and set them in there. And I might have to set an empty jar in there. You want the weight to kind of be evenly distributed. So I will probably have to set an empty jar in here just to make sure that the weight is all good. Let me do this big one here. Hopefully this won't crack on me. I'm hoping it won't. I really need to fill that up with some water, but it'll be all right. It'll fill once I lower it. It'll be okay. We got this. All right, now I'm just going to lower this down in the water. All right, now my little jar is wanting to float around on me, so I'm going to fill it up with some water. There we go. And perfect. All right, guys, I'm going to close this up. And we're going to let it cook for about 3.5 hours. We're just going to let it do its thing. While I've got these going, I do want to show you guys, I don't remember if I showed you this or not, but I was able to snag a couple of packs of the 140th anniversary ball jars. Let me show you how pretty these are. I have one pack that I don't know if I'm going to open up or not, but look how pretty they are. Look at those designs all the way around. They're just beautiful. I was happy that I got some. I tried to get 4 packages of them, but they only had 2 left. So I'm glad I got what I could. I could not find any of the bigger jars. I guess those are quart size, maybe pint size. What are they? Quart size? I couldn't find any of those, but I was able to get these beauties right here, y'all. They are just so pretty. So beautiful. All right, guys, this is everything that I canned. So yeah, I got some black-eyed peas and some pinto beans. And I will do the bean burritos tomorrow. I love you guys, but Jesus loves y'all more. Bye.